Hey, everybody, welcome to a brand new MMA Roasted Podcast. This is the quarantine. We got Mayhem. All I see is Chocolate Man on Preacher. It says the word. Is that what you see, Mayhem, or do you see Preacher?
Chocolate Man.
You see Chocolate Man, right?
Well, if you see me and Chocolate Man, you're seeing the same thing. I'm Chocolate Man.
How are you guys doing? Mayhem, last time we talked to you, you were getting together a gang, and you were going to start pillaging people and taking over. You said you were really excited about this. Now you've all these, all these skills, and you're ready to use them. Is that what's going on?
Well, yeah, I mean, my apocalyptic skills are off the chain. However, I recently learned from some of my intel on the street that they're rolling tanks through Huntington Beach. So I need to talk to somebody, maybe that guy Ali Aziz or whatever his name is,
right, yeah,
to maybe get me some type of weapons of mass destruction. Yes. And basically, I'm just trying to get you guys all on the same CIA list that I'm on, and that way we can kind of disperse their action all around us, because really the shit's going down. Toilet paper is now a currency, and I got all the Diet Coke in the entire West Coast.
No, I mean, a lot of people tell me that they're ready to join your gang. Have you gotten emails from people and tweets and texts and DMs?
Yeah, and actually carrier pigeons. That's basically how we're doing things in the apocalyptic future. So, I'm glad that you guys are here. This is our second meeting.
Wait, why'd you buy Coke though?
Well, I mean, I was trying to, I went there and all the hand sanitizer was gone, right? All the toilet paper was gone. And I was like, you know what? What are people going to want that they're not really thinking about? Diet Coke, baby. Everybody loves Diet Coke.
Now, I was telling Mayhem before that Preacher Lawson, not only is he a great comedian, I mean, one of the best. I mean, literally one of the best in the world.
Shut up, man. Really?
But he's also a huge MMA fan. And
I love MMA.
Now, I feel like comedians are like the coolest people in the room until fighters walk in. And then fighters are way cooler than comedians. Preacher, have you been a fan of Mayhem for a while?
Yeah, I've been a huge fan since Bully Beatdown. It's super cool, man. Yeah, I've been a huge fan, man. I watched a bunch of your fights, man. Yeah, it's super cool. And I never was a cool person in the room. Even when I was a comedian, I was just in the room, But, yeah, man, that's how it works.
Well, last night, I was on Instagram Live, and Preacher jumped on my Instagram Live, and all of a sudden, all these thirsty women hopped on. And they were like, Preacher, oh, my God, you're so fine. You get – So how is the quarantine hitting you? Is it hard?
Is the quarantine hitting me hard?
Yeah.
I feel fine, man. I don't think I feel fine. It's like fine for me. I just stay in the house.
But you're not getting the ass, what I'm trying to say. I mean, normally you get ass.
Hey, man, I don't know what you're talking about, all right? I have no idea what you're talking about, man. I don't know where you're getting these ideas from, but I like to work and be a good man.
Listen, man, I know Adam always just so you know, I don't know if you listen to the podcast, bro, but if Adam doesn't ask somebody about their sexual habits in the first 3 minutes of talking to him, there must be something wrong. Okay, he must have the coronavirus if he doesn't ask if you're. And the next
Which
question,
I do, and he still asks.
The next question is, do you do anal? You don't have to answer, but I'm just telling you, that's what Adam. If Adam's gonna ask about ass play,
I've never once asked about ass play. Thank you.
Oh my God, you asked everybody. Remember that time you asked Kayla about if she liked ass play?
I did not say that. You're the one.
Fucking did, bro. The judo gold medalist.
I believe Mayhem because you have done that to people in the past. You've done it to me. This ain't the first time you try to be all weird. You know what I mean? I'm not surprised.
But it's actually a rough night last night, Mayhem, because first of all, I haven't left the house in a week. I mean, I haven't left anything. My wife's been sick for 5 days with a fever, so we were worried. She called to get a test. They couldn't give her a test. She only has about 99, 100, but still, they say you might. They told her might either have a very low case of coronavirus or you're allergic to cats. We're like,
she don't got corona. I don't think she's allergic to cats. She don't have it because you would have it.
Well, I could have it, not show any symptoms. That's the hard part. You could have it, not even know it.
Nah, he couldn't even get it. His wife never kisses him.
That's true. She hasn't kissed me this week. It's been great. Right. Anyway, so no, I'm kidding. But so last night, my dog, who bit Mayhem 3 times, also bit Preacher.
He bit you 3 times, bro.
He actually deserved it though. He threw fireworks at it. But it bit my baby. It bit my kid, man.
What?
Yeah. So.
Bro, listen. I told you like 2 weeks ago. If you would give me like $50, I'd be happy to get rid of that dog.
I don't want to get rid of the dog.
Man, let me just stomp him, right, and throw him in the river.
No.
Game over.
No, that's not how we do it.
Okay, you know what? How about you just give me $100 and I won't tell you how I murder your dog.
Don't even say that because my wife will somehow get you $100.
Look, I'm totally kidding, bro. You know, I don't have it in me to stomp a chihuahua, even if it bit me in the face.
Well, now it's living outside because I'm like, she wants to get rid of it, and no one's gonna take this dog, and it's bitten everybody. So now I hear her go outside. It kills me. But I got her in a doghouse, so it's gonna live in a doghouse, which you can live there too if you want.
Thanks, bud. I'll be right over.
No problem. So yeah, so it's living outside. That was the sad part. And now
maybe it'll have a change of heart, and it'll be like, I don't want to bite people anymore. Now think about it. I got some fresh air, and now I'm thinking about it. I don't want anybody to die.
And then,
so you're saying the prison industrial complex works? Okay. What happened to your hand?
Me? Oh no, this is my kid's sock.
Oh my bad. I thought you got bit in the fucking thumb and you were just hiding the lead.
No, and then today I'm walking with my kid and she wants to walk in the street and I'm like, no, you know, and then she's like, yes, and I have to like take her. People think I'm like kidnapping a kid outside because she's crying and throwing a fucking tantrum. How are you disciplined, Preacher?
How was I disciplined?
Yeah.
I got whoopings.
Really?
I got spankings. Yeah, I got spankings growing up. My mom, she would do this thing like if I was acting up in church or something, and she'd be like, you got to count to 3. And if I did something, she'd just turn around and go 1. So if I did something else, she'd turn around and go 2. So if she gets to 3 when I get home, we get a whooping.
Really?
But yeah, man. She gave me a whooping. She gave me a whooping in front of my class. I mean, I've gotten a whooping in church. I've been whooped by my teacher. This was back in the day when I guess teachers could whoop kids, though. So you can't do that now.
You ever get whooped by a teacher by him?
Nah, you know, I was also abused as a child, and it really worked out differently for me. But I get it, you know, like it's. I remember I told my probation officer, a black guy, he was like, do you have a history? You know, he's got to ask you these intake questions. He's like, do you have a history of abuse as a child? And I was like, nah. And since it was a black guy, he was like, oh, you got whoopings? I was like, yeah. and we had a weird bonding moment. Like, yeah, standard. You know what I mean?
By the way, what's the story that CR wants us to tell on the podcast about Ryan's tooth?
Man, listen, that story was nothing. Well, I mean, all right. The story was.
You not want to tell it?
Kind of not. I mean, it's kind of, you know, fuck it. I didn't really think about telling it, to be honest with you, because it's just I don't think there's really any funny part to the story. It's one of those stories that only you will think is funny. So
I'll probably think it's funny too.
Well, it's just like, all right. It's the story of the time that Steven Seagal saved my life.
It's already funny.
All right. Well, look. Remember the guy that I was supposed to do a podcast with, and then he pulled a pistol on me, Adam?
Yeah.
And then I told the guy, go ahead, shoot me in the face, right?
Well, all right. Backstory. Mayhem meets a guy at a bar. Mayhem's drunk. Guy's drunk. The guy goes, let's do a podcast. He goes, yeah, I got the equipment. Blah, blah, blah. The guy's drunk. He just meets Mayhem for the first time. Mayhem then shows up at 5 o'clock in the morning the next morning, ready to do a podcast. Walks in the guy's house and starts recording. The guy runs downstairs and goes, "Why the fuck are you in my house?" Pulls a gun on him. He goes, "I was drunk and kidding." And he goes, "Shoot me. I'm not afraid to die." Okay, so here we are.
Totally.
Wow, man. I was
exactly
like, you know what's crazy? This is the funny thing is that when you were telling the story, he was like, remember that guy that said he wanted to do a podcast and pulled a gun out of me? I was like, what kind of psycho will pull out a gun on someone after they asked to do a podcast? And then you tell the story about him going in his house and he started. How'd you even know how to set up the equipment? That's impressive.
All right. So we didn't do the podcast that day, right? But later, this dude comes to my house and is like, "Hey, man, let's go do that podcast now." And I said, "All right." I go to his house, right? We start doing the podcast, right? No. We start by drinking. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah. So just bear that in mind. Okay. A heavy. It was a bottle of rum. Okay. So we're drinking like pirates, and we're doing our damn thing. And then, I'm laughing and joking with this guy, and then suddenly, like, not in my forebrain because that was all clouded with rum. In my rear brain, there was something that went, "Oh shit, he's got a knife." He had a knife, comes up and tries to stab me in the heart. Okay.
What?
I blocked it with my arm. Okay.
You blocked the knife stab with your arm?
I blocked the knife in my arm. The knife got stuck in my bone.
During the podcast? Arm. During the podcast?
Yes.
Wait, when is this?
Yes, this is the most extreme podcast that I ever filmed. So the knife gets stuck in the bone in my arm, right?
Yeah.
And I fucking I bust this maneuver that I learned from Steven Seagal.
Right.
And took the guy down to the ground, like, this outside sweep and slip him down to the ground, right?
Yeah.
Now this guy is like 300 pounds, but like trained jiu-jitsu, muscly type dude. I throw him to the ground and I say, "Fuck this, man. I can get out of here because the damn, you know what I mean? I can outrun this guy any damn day of the week." So I take off. This guy locked the door on me. So now I got Michael Myers coming chasing me, and the door is locked. And so I'm like fumbling with the keys, you know what I mean? Fumbling with the damn door lock.
You still have the microphones? You still have the microphones with you?
Yeah, the microphones are floating with us, you know what I mean? It's just like following us all around. The guy stabbed me twice in the back, right? I fucking take him down again and then knock all his teeth out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Then what happened?
Yeah, then, okay, thank goodness somebody came. Somebody was there. I didn't even know. Because I was doing the Steven Seagal, in the movies where you turn the damn knife around on the guy. I was in the middle of that.
You're about to kill him.
Yes, I was thinking in my head, I have to kill this guy right now. And I was having this like moral conundrum, like, dude, this is life or death. I'm already bleeding everywhere.
He was mad you came to his house.
Yes.
He fucking tricked you.
Totally that dude
tried to stab you. You defended yourself.
That dude will. I mean, look, if that guy is out there, he'll murder somebody eventually because that. Hey, you're not going to take a shit. Are you there, chocolate?
No.
All right, good.
Now, anywhere we can hear this podcast?
What's that?
Anywhere we can hear the podcast?
Nah, I'm pretty sure that shit is like Exhibit A. And the weird thing is that this guy like took me to court about that.
What?
Like it was. Yeah, he was like preemptively because he thought I was gonna sue him, but like the cops showed up and I didn't even rat on the guy. Like I was like, you know what? That's fine. Whatever.
Crazy story.
So what?
How did you not find this to be a crazy story?
No, stop fucking with that. God, preacher, God damn it! Stop eating mango jerky so loudly. At least put yourself on mute.
But how do you not think this is a crazy story though?
Bro, that's insane. That's like That is super crazy. And it's
Listen,
funny.
You know, but at the time when that was happening, okay, this was like the dark time, Purple Mohawk Mayhem, where that to me was like Thursday. Like I was doing crazy shit like that every week. I've got a million stories like that. That one is just one that somebody reminded me of.
That's insane, though. I mean, guys, I can't believe you were able to see Steven Seagal. How many times did you practice that Steven Seagal move?
Never. Like when I was like 17, it was like still like locked in my muscle memory. And in the moment that it had to like happen, I like used it.
But it actually worked. I can't believe it actually worked. That's
crazy. I would have died. I would have died if I didn't know how to do this block and like defense. You know, that's what I learned about a knife fight is that two things. One, I learned from Jim Barney that if you're ever in a knife fight, you're supposed to slash, not stab, because if you stab, you know, you could get caught in the bone. Okay. The second one is, these Steven Seagal moves work, and you're definitely gonna take some damage. Like that's just the reality. That's just the reality of the thing. In the movie, this motherfucker does it and doesn't even muss up his ponytail. But the reality is that, you know, you're gonna bleed.
Well, what's crazy also is that most people think,
I gotta go, guys.
You gotta leave?
Oh.
I gotta answer questions. I got an AMA on Reddit. But
get the fuck out of here. Do it at the same time. You know what?
I can't do that.
But I love you a lot. We got Michael Bisping calling in right now, man.
All right. I can't say it. But all right, talk to you later, bro.
No, Mayhem, have you talked to Bisping since The Ultimate Fighter?
No. I don't believe so, no.
So you guys haven't talked since your fight?
Wow. No.
Now, did you guys have any bad blood?
You're just like bubbling from this, huh? You're so excited about this right now.
Of course, man.
You got this weird, because it is a very...
He's a nice guy. You know, happens to be a real nice guy, Bisping. Did you guys get along, or was it all fabricated? Was there ever, like, you guys really fought? Like, that one time you got each other's face, was that, like, was that real or no?
Yeah, I mean, look, man, I know you don't get it because you're just, like, you're a comedian. So, like, you know, a lot of things, like, freak you out that, to me, wouldn't even, you know.
No, but I've been in the wrestling room when people fucking would go at it, almost wanted to fight each other.
Listen, middle school wrestling room is much different than the top fighting organization in the world.
I've gotten to fights with people and friends. I understand it's like part of the game. The cameras are there. But you guys one time did kind of buff up to each other. And I think you pushed him, right? Or he pushed you?
I don't know. But, you know, I think a large part of that is that you're expected. And just like now, remember we were talking about how Tony Ferguson and Khabib kind of deal where they're just running out of shit to make fun of each other about and like be mean to each other about. I think that when you're in the public eye like that, you're required to hype the fight, you know, and I think it's a very important part of the whole deal. Like, you have to hype the fight no matter what your personal, you know, what you really feel. You still got to hype it up. The cameras are there. The fans are expecting you guys to be aggressive to each other. So, yeah, you do it.
Did you guys, now you and Bisping, though, you always had a mutual respect for him, though, right? Like before you guys, you would never.
Yeah, obviously. No, obviously, yeah. Of course, I respect the man's skills, you know, all the time, like the whole time. And I knew that, you know, he was one of the best fighters in the world. So, you know, that's the whole deal, you know, like you get in there, you're supposed to compete against the best. And yeah, of course, respect the guy.
Were you surprised by his because that first round when you got him down, I think you put in a body triangle and you were, you know, you won that first round. I mean, there wasn't, I don't think a judge could have given him the first round. Were you surprised he was able to kind of defend your jiu-jitsu?
Well, you know, I think I've talked about it before, like where it was like a weird, bad night. Very weird. And the first round was, you know, what I expected. And then there was something wrong with me as the fight progressed. and I just couldn't get going. And I knew going from round 1 to 2 that something was wrong with me, and I just couldn't get my shit together.
It was a 5-round
fight? So I knew it was a 5-round fight, and I already knew in the first round that something was off, and I didn't feel like myself. And, I knew already. So I knew it was going to be a rough next round. And then in between 2 and 3, I was like, damn, this is going to be a real bad one. And then I lost. Like, it was like one of those nights,
Now, at that point, how are you trying to figure out, okay, I'm having a bad night. Like, I'm looking at, like, maybe comedy-wise, right? I'm on stage, nobody's laughing. I'm like, fuck, I got to do 40 more minutes. Everyone in the world's watching. Biggest show. Are you thinking, what tricks can I pull out of my fucking ass or sleeve to kind of win this round or win this in ways where I don't have to expend a certain amount of energy?
Well, yeah, for sure. But, and sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't. Like if you have like some type of secret technique, to bust out, you'll try it. But, those low percentage techniques are the techniques that are low percentage for a reason. You know what I mean? And, it's like if you, I've seen you win an audience back, I guess that if that's the metaphor we're going with. And if you pull out something big and you don't, man, you bomb even worse.
But I'm saying as far as like, okay, hold them up against the cage and stall. Is there like tactics like that you could do where you could have like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like Randy Coutureism and just push them against the, like, is there any type of that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. That's the beauty of our sport, dude. Like that, there's a million different things that you can do, but will they work on that night? Who knows?
No, of course not.
Yo, man, my phone is running out of batteries.
Fuck.
No, I got this.
Every time Bisping comes on, you run out of gas. What's going on here?
Got me.
We'll
talk about something.
All right, let's talk about Michael Chiesa and Gilbert Burns have agreed to do a fight, a main event fight. I guess now fighters are just agreeing to do main events, which is kind of cool. But now that's an interesting fight because Michael Chiesa, I feel like, is a more well-rounded fighter where he's good at everything. He's good at wrestling. He's good at striking. He's good at jiu-jitsu. Gilbert Burns is a specialist at jiu-jitsu. And he's gotten better at striking. He obviously dropped Damian Maia. He's improved. But what would you rather be, Mayhem? Can you hear me? All right. Sometimes I wonder if you'd rather be the guy who's good at everything or who's great at one thing. So here we got Bisping, the champ. Michael Bisping is here.
What's up, buddy? How you doing? You hear me okay?
I can hear you great. Here with Jason Mayhem Miller.
What's up, Jay? What's up, Jay? How you doing, buddy?
Good to see you, man. Good to see
man.
you.
It's been a long time.
Hasn't it?
Oh, shit, dude. How's life?
It's all right, man. It's all right now. I'm doing pretty damn good.
Good.
Hey, first off, bro, I want to say big props on learning to speak like an American, it seems like, on the broadcast. And fantastic commentary. I think it's between you and what the hell? What's my man's name?
DC?
DC, man. Oh my goodness. You guys do a fantastic job, and it's great to have like two top fighters in the booth, like who know what they're talking about, and can give some color and also like expert analysis. Like, man, I got to tell you, that's pretty damn good.
I appreciate that, Jason, really do. It's funny when you say learning to speak like an American, because I get so much shit off English people because, you're right. To a certain degree, I have had to accentuate my words more like an American, even though when I said words, right? Yeah. We don't say that in English. We say words, right? Words. But when I started working at Fox Sports, they were like, Mike, we like what you're saying. Well, we think we like what you're saying, but you're talking A, way too fast, and B, we can't really understand you, but they were willing to work with me. So they you know, so they groomed me into this hybrid English/American speaking fucker that you hear right now. But I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you very much.
Jason, did you ever mock his speech back in the day on The Ultimate Fighter?
Nah, like, to be honest, like, I kind of think that the Queen's English kind of has like a cool vibe to it. I can't do it. So, you know, I get it.
Hey, Jason, can you believe that was what, almost 10 years ago now?
Wow.
What a wild season of The Ultimate Fighter that was. It was a lot of fun.
It was the best. It was
really
like the best season. Yeah. Between, you know what I mean? I don't think anybody took like the television aspect as seriously as we did. Like, we like full on pranked each other. We full on took it to like a new like place in reality TV, and I don't think anybody else has been there since. You know?
I know. It was a lot of fun. Some very, very good memories, good times, and yeah, nice.
I was asking him though, when you guys squared up in the house, was that for show, or did you really want to fight each other?
Listen, at the end of the day, Jason will probably say the same thing. We were both fighters, so we both, you know what I mean? We're both going to fight, so fuck it. You know, why not jazz it up a little bit? But I got nothing personal against Jason. He's a great guy. I knew him before the show. I haven't seen him much lately, but I'm busy. I'm sure he is. But yeah, no real bad blood from me anyway, other than competitiveness, you know, other than wanting to win the fight. That's about it. Like, and any fight you want to win, you don't want to get the shit kicked out of you on TV.
Right. No, it was great, man. And by the way, speaking of TV, congrats! I saw Triple X. You were fantastic.
It came out 4 years ago, Adam, but still, thanks.
Hey, man, it's a fucking lonely quarantine. So,
yeah.
By the way, how are you dealing with the quarantine, Bisping?
Well, I'm dealing great because pretty much our life is quarantine. My wife, like, she doesn't want innocent people to die, but she doesn't want quarantine to ever finish. You know what I mean? Because she doesn't have to get out of bed and take the kids. She's not up at 6 a.m. You know, we just stock the cupboards. We're drinking a lot of wine. You know, we're very lucky. We're blessed. We have a garage, but we got some weights and stuff in there. So we're still working out. And yeah, you know, I mean, listen, it sucks, but yeah, we're okay. But I was just, and sorry I was late. I was just talking to one of my best friends in the world, Jacko. He lives out in Australia. And he just FaceTimed me. We haven't spoken in a while. And every time he FaceTimes, I always like, dude, I'm busy. I'll call you back in a minute. And like, again, I said, I was working out. And I'm like, dude, I promise I'll call you back in 5 minutes. He's like, oh, fuck you, man. He said, you always say that. I said, no, I'm working out. I'm almost done. So I had to call him back. So that's why I was late. And then when I spoke to him, I said, so you self-quarantine? He's like, yeah, I am. But he lives by himself. You know what I mean? So for all those people out there that are having to do it by themselves, I mean, that my heart goes out to them because, as I say, I'm lucky. I got a wife and 3 kids. You know what I mean? So we're here. We're having a lot of fun. I'm driving them crazy. They hate me already. They really do, because I get out of bed. I have too much coffee. I'm out of my mind. And they're like, Dad, just fuck off. Okay, fuck off. Leave me alone. But I never leave them alone. But
yeah, your son heckled you on Twitter the other day.
They heckle me all the time. I get zero respect.
You got to see, he was telling me his little baby was like 3 years old, telling him, Dad, you're going to lose your next fight. You're going to lose. Like, what fucking crazy.
Again, Adam, that's a clip. I've been retired for 2 years. Adam's coming out with the old school references, but I like it. It.
Preacher's back. Preacher Lawson's here. Amazing comedian, Michael Bisping, Jason Mayhem Miller.
How you doing, Michael Bisping?
What's up, buddy? How are you?
Man, I'm great, man. It's so cool to hear from you. That's great.
Now, I gotta ask you, Bisping. So during the Ultimate Fighter, Mayhem said he was partying a lot. He was in Vegas, having fun. No, he was, not you. He was saying he was going out, strippers, marijuana. Were you saying to yourself, like, man, he's not taking this fight seriously at all?
No, listen, I was doing the same thing. I wasn't fighting anytime soon. You know what I mean? It's like when I fought GSP, and GSP was too much of a pussy to actually have a date lined up. And then, so the fight had no date. You know what I mean? All I need is 8 weeks to get ready for a fight. And obviously I went out to that press conference. I was still a little tipsy from the night before, and he was making a big deal out, oh, are you intoxicated, Michael? And I was like, yeah, I fucking am. I'm in Vegas, you pussy. Do you know what I mean? What else? I'm a grown man in Vegas and I don't have a fight lined up. Yeah, I was partying a little bit. That's what you're supposed to do, you fucking nerd. By the way, I love George and I respect George so much. So yeah, to answer your question in a roundabout way, yes.
Speaking of GSP, both you guys fought GSP. Mayhem, what was the hardest thing about fighting GSP for you?
Cutting weight, because I had to like do it all the way down at 170. And at the time, you know, I was like making a run at 185 all the time, and I was doing fine. But, you know, Dana said the only way I could get in there is fight at 170. So I did what I had to do, you know what I mean? Cut all the way down to 170, and that was like the roughest thing to do. You know what I mean?
Being in there with him, like, was it his wrestling, his timing, his?
Yeah, no, yeah, you know, super, you know, like quick reaction time type dude, like, and could adjust to any thing. That's what made him such a dominant champion, right? Is that he could adjust to whatever the fight required, you know?
Bisping, you fighting about GSP, same?
Yeah. So it sounds like I'm making excuses, but for me, it was fighting with a broken rib, which happened the week before, and with one eye. You know, anytime you fight somebody with one eye, it's a little bit challenging. People used to say to me all the time, how the fuck did you fight for so long with one eye? And I always say, with great fucking difficulty. You know, so when you combine all those things, and of course, he's one of the best to ever do it. Yeah, tough night at the office.
So you hid the fact you had one eye every time you fought?
Since 2013.
Did you know Mayhem, he had one eye?
Yeah, I don't understand that. Like, like, and this kind of like makes me think, like, how the hell do you pass the damn physical? Yeah, you know, it's
don't
like
worry
friends,
about it.
like,
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Well, that
questions.
makes me ask this question. Mike. Like, how much do you think that, like, you know, your relationship with Dana White? Because I know you guys been like best buddies for like the longest time. How much do you think that helped your career?
No. Me and Dana had a good relationship, but I think what helped my career was winning fights. That was the first and foremost. That's what did it. You know what I mean? I didn't have the most wins in the UFC at 1.4 because I was buddies with Dana White. You know,
but you don't think that like being friends with the promoter helps you in any way?
Hey, didn't help me. Didn't fucking, you know, winning fights. Winning fights is what did it for me, Jason.
I think the promoter's friends with whoever's winning.
Yeah. Yeah,
exactly. If you can't win fights, then
no, that's true. That's absolutely true. But what I'm saying is, like,
you see those memes where he was never my friend memes? Yeah, I starts losing.
Yeah. That's true.
Did any of your opponents know you had one eye?
Yeah, GSP at the end, he even said on the microphone, didn't he? He said, we know, Michael, you know, didn't see too well out of the side, so we targeted.
Oh, yeah, they targeted you.
Fucking motherfucker. So, oh, well. Oh, good. Hey, listen, if I know someone's got an injury in a fight, it's all you know, it's all fair game. So God bless him. Good for him.
You guys actually have a lot of common opponents. You guys both fought Chael Sonnen, which I thought you won that fight, Bisping.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do? It was a close fight. Either way, it was a close fight. You know what I mean?
I thought you won too, but I was going for Chael because I wanted to see Anderson Silva and Chael. So,
yeah. But no, that's kind of – it was one of those fights. You can't bitch about it. You know, he won one, I won one, and one round was debatable. Whenever it's like that, you can't be sore about it. You say, hey, fair play. It is what it is. It's a close fight, you know?
Did you ever see the fight with Mayhem and Chael where the cage fell – in like
yeah.
I actually didn't know. That sounds like something I gotta see though.
That's some gangster ghetto back in the day, like Indian casino, you know what I mean? Totally gangster fight. Yeah. Where they broke the ring and then we just avoided that part of the ring for the rest of the fight.
Oh, I remember some of that stuff in England back in the day, like the early promotions, you know, cages falling apart. That definitely happened at one of the Cage Warriors events. Yeah. Fun times. The early days of mixed martial arts were, they were just awash with gangsters, drug dealers, thugs. You know, it was there's going to be a good film soon about the early days of MMA because it is not the sport that it is now.
Yeah, I mean, Mayhem has every time you tell a story, I was telling Bisping at the Comedy Store how Rampage was mad at you because when the cops were after you in the helicopter, you hid it in his hot tub. that was the only place that you thought the cops wouldn't find you was in Rampage's hot tub.
Hey, and they didn't.
So there you go. You guys also both fought Tim Kennedy, CB Dalloway. You guys had a lot of like. How pissed are you that fucking Vitor Belfort was on 85 times the fucking testosterone? He kicks you in the head. Your eye.
I couldn't give a fuck about any of that, Adam. I couldn't give a fuck. You know, it is what it is. It's all water under the bridge. No hard feelings. You know, I mean, Vitor Belfort's a piece of shit, but other than that, but I'm not here to go through all that stuff. You know what I mean? I don't want to sit here and shit on people. You know.
Yeah. Who do you think win? Khabib or Ferguson?
See, that's a tough fight. I don't know. I mean, when you look at Khabib, he's got the record, he's got the style that beats everybody, takes him down, controls him on the floor. But Tony's so unorthodox. I mean, if you look at the way that this guy trains, he's out of his mind. But I like it, because whatever, breaking the mold of doing what everybody's doing, I mean, that will be beneficial. I don't know how beneficial running along all those tires and all the crazy shit that he's doing will be, but we know he's got good jiu-jitsu. If Khabib takes him down, he could be in trouble there. We know he can slice people up with elbows and shit like that, so he can work him off his back. I don't know. It's a great fight. I just hope it happens. Apparently, I heard today from Luis J. Gomez, actually, that Dana announced that they have a location in mind.
Yeah,
my guess is that it's going to be in Russia, because Khabib's gone back to Russia. I hear that cases are not too high in Russia, and Russia's a big fucking country. I'm sure they can find some part, keep out all the general population, stick an octagon in there, and have Khabib and Tony. So that's my guess, but that is not based on any inside information. That's just me purely speculating and talking out of my ass.
Mayhem, your thoughts?
Well, everybody is saying that it's like UAE. That's the big rumor that I keep hearing. And again, yeah, that's me pulling shit out of my ass, because, I mean, I don't know. I think that it's kind of one of those deals where all the governments are shutting everything down. So any type of meeting, between just a few people is going to stop everything. So everyone's stopping the fight. I want to see the fight so bad. And we've been talking about it for 5 different times where it all drops out every damn time. And I think that Tony Ferguson has the best shot to beat Khabib of any fighter that has.
I think Justin Gaethje has the best shot.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Gaethje, I haven't researched him quite enough, but I think that Al Iaquinta fight kind of showcased a little bit of the game plan, the blueprint on how to beat Khabib. Yeah. And if you notice in other fights where Khabib gets tired and then has to use this, sloppy stand-up of his, I feel like it really exposes the part of his armor that's weak. And,
I agree.
There's something that's going to happen.
I agree, man. I think that because Khabib hasn't really fought like a wrestler. You know what I mean? He's fighting a lot of people that like can wrestle, or they might have like a ground game with jiu-jitsu. But I think Justin Gaethje, he just pops back up, and he's like a really good wrestler. And he comes forward. It's not as hard to take someone down going backwards. I just think Justin Gaethje is a really good matchup, but I think he's a bad match for Conor. So Conor's going to beat Justin Gaethje. And I just feel like Tony versus Khabib. I mean, I feel like, I don't know what's going to win there. I mean, I guess you got to go towards Khabib's side, but Tony's so like unpredictable. I don't really know.
Yeah, I do agree with you there. I think Justin Gaethje would be I'm not saying he would beat Khabib, but I think his style definitely gives Khabib a lot of problems. And to your point just then as well about Conor versus Justin Gaethje, I think I want to see that fight for sure. But if you were to ask me which way I would lean, I'd probably lean towards Conor, to be honest, because Gaethje, I'm a massive fan of the guy. I love the way he fights, but he's a little reckless on the feet, and he does allow himself to get hit. He does take a lot of damage in his fights. And Conor fucking hits hard, love him or hate him, controversial, whatever you say about the guy. He's got power. He's got power, and I don't think Gaethje could stand there and take that amount of shots. And for just saying that, I feel bad for saying that to Justin Gaethje, because the guy's a fucking stud. He knocked out Cerrone in one punch in his last fight. So that sounds disrespectful to Justin Gaethje, and I'm not being disrespectful. We're shooting the shit on a podcast. You know what I mean?
No, I think you're right about that, because Gaethje's stand-up is not as polished, you know? And somebody like Conor just has this fantastic, awkward style of kicking and punching. that will, I think it'll make a short night for Gaethje. And you're right. Gaethje is to be respected, but at the same time, I don't think he's got the stand-up skills yet. And maybe during this downtime, he can work on that and bring it up, but maybe not to the level of Conor McGregor.
Yeah, I don't think it's disrespectful saying that Gaethje has the best chance of beating Khabib. You know what I mean? Like that's a huge compliment. But I just feel like his head is not there. You know what I mean?
Has anybody ever gotten mad at you for picking against him?
Me personally?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I guarantee there is. I mean, I did it for so long on Fox. I guarantee, because it is hard, I remember myself being in a locker room most of the time, when they started on Fox, prior to Fox, they didn't have the pre-fight shows, the post-fight shows. So when that started happening, I remember being in locker rooms and they have a TV in there, and then they've got the three guys sitting in their nice suits in a nice comfy fucking studio, and they're all like, I think Bisping's going to lose. And I remember seeing that in the locker room thinking, you son of a bitch. I think it was Anthony Pettis once. It might have been Anthony. I remember thinking, you little fuck, I'll catch up with you. But of course, you can't think like that, because that's what we're getting paid to do. And a lot of the time, it may be, you are basing it on facts. You are trying to give a pick that is, based on credits. But then sometimes if you're friends with the guy, or you're friends with the trainer, or friends with the coach, you're like, fuck, I've got to pick this guy, even though I think it's wrong. Now, I'm not saying I've ever done that. I am purely credible. But some lesser analysts, I've heard rumors that such a thing exists.
Yeah, but back in the day, you didn't give a fuck. I mean, you called Uriah Faber because you kept getting title shots. You made fun of all Team Alpha Male. You got into a fight with Hector Lombard, fight with Masvidal. Like, you just didn't give a shit. And then it was hilarious. I fucking loved it. And everybody called you out. Every single fighter in the UFC in your weight class would say, I want Bisping. You ever take that personally?
No, not really. I mean, pretty much what you said there. Granted, I was talking a lot of shit, but when you're a fighter, I mean, I'm a different person these days. I'm not a fighter anymore, and I don't look at these people as competition. These days, I'm just trying to go about my life and give my family the best life that I can. So I'm a different person. But back then, I look back and I think, wow, I can tell you, he was out of his fucking mind. That person doesn't really exist anymore. Just like I saw Mike Tyson recently. He did some interview and he was talking about when he was younger, he was so ferocious and so mean and so scary. And he started crying because that person doesn't exist anymore. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to start crying and going, because that person doesn't exist. Because if I get a couple of beers down me, a couple of whiskeys, and someone talks some shit, he's going to come out of retirement pretty quick. But generally, yeah, I'm not that guy anymore. The fighting's done. That's passed me by. I've got nothing to prove. I'm 41 years old. I'm getting old. My knees are fucked. I got one eye. I can hardly walk. You know what I mean? I'm not looking to pick fights anymore. I'm looking for an easy life.
But Mayhem, can you relate to that at all?
Yeah. I mean, the whiskeys and fucking beers, fucking fight everybody. Get stabbed, fucking knock the teeth out. Yeah, for sure.
No, but also being the person that isn't that same guy like that you used to be.
Yeah, and what we were talking about with the analysis, every time I give a pick, every time I talk about it on the show that I pick this guy or that guy, there's that fighter in the back of my head that's like, fuck you for fucking picking against me. I play that in my head. It's totally, it's something that you can't help it. If the guy picks against you, I know that, now I'm not going to be friends with Khabib because I think Tony's going to win. There's some type of political mind fuck that happens.
And at the end of the day as well, with MMA being, I mean, come on, everyone's good. Everyone inside the top 5 of any weight division generally has the ability to beat anyone else. All right, Khabib's, there is some outliers, John Jones, Khabib, people like that. But, the top 5 are all very, very close. And on any given day, depending on what goes on in the training camp, their mental approach, maybe they have an injury, us sitting there and dissecting it and making a pick, it's all well and good. And you can lean towards, a correct pick. But a lot of the time, you don't know what's going to happen inside the octagon because mixed martial arts is so unpredictable. One shot can change everything. You go for a stupid fucking sacrifice move. You go for an armbar or something. It was a bad move. You end up on top. All of a sudden, the guy's on top of you, elbowing your fucking head off. So, like Mike Tyson once again said, everyone has a game plan until you get punched in the face. Then it all goes out the window.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, now, was there any fight that you wish you could get back, Bisping? Any fight that you like? Oh fuck! I wish I would have done that or this or that.
Not really. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, of course,
You
I've got some
got it back.
fights. Say again?
Let me explain, Mike. Adam does this all the time. Like,
I know.
His head, and he just thinks that, like, all of us fighters, that, like, we had a bad night, we had a bad fight, we wish we could, like, take the quantum leap time machine, go back and fix training camp. Sorry, Adam. Life doesn't work that way, bro.
Yeah, you've never had a bad night, Mayhem, ever.
Yeah, every night is a bad night.
Fucking naked guy in church, okay?
Yeah, every night is a bad night. And every time I hang out with you is a bad day.
Hey, listen, we're all human beings. We make a lot of mistakes. Generally, I try and not make the same mistakes twice. But, none of us are perfect. We all do things we regret. And I think that's part of being a colorful character. If you play it safe too much, you know what I mean? Then yeah, okay, you're not going to hit headlines. You're not going to have any controversy. But I guarantee you're also going to be very boring to hang out with. I don't want to hang out with them people. The guys go to bed at 9 o'clock every night, doing their fucking homework, being respectable. Listen, there's nothing wrong with being respectable. I take that one back. But the boring guys, they're vanilla, they're bland. They don't say anything controversial. Nobody wants to hear those people. That's why you've got me and Jason on the podcast right now, and you haven't got, I don't know, Rory McDonald, who's an awesome fighter and a very, very nice guy. But I guarantee one of the world's shittest podcast guests you could ever get. Love Rory McDonald, by the way. Love the guy. But there you go. There's my personality. Once again, making an enemy of Rory McDonald when I really respect Rory McDonald, the Red King or whatever he calls himself. He's awesome.
Insane. That dude's crazy. He makes you guys look normal. I mean, that dude, he's next level. There's like crazy, and then there's Rory McDonald crazy. Like he may have dead bodies all in his backyard or something. Like that dude, come on.
Yeah, no, for sure. He's definitely American Psycho embodied.
No, Mayhem's looking to get back into grappling, right? I know Chael Sonnen has submission grappling. What about you versus Mayhem? The rematch.
See, this is why I was hesitant to do this, because I knew that's what you were going to do. You were going to try and talk shit. I couldn't give a fuck. I moved on. Me personally, listen, if I can get my knees fixed, I had a knee replacement on my left knee, total knee replacement last October. And that was 3 months of the most miserable months of my life. It was so bad. And now my right knee, that knee's replacing as well. So I can't do very much of anything right now. I can't do jiu-jitsu. I can't do shit. I was supposed to have surgery last week, but because I was commentating in Brazil with no crowd, so now they won't let me in the hospital. They won't let me near the building. I went to see the doctor to just get him to look at it. And he's like, Mike, you can't even come in the building right now. So I'm going to wait for some time to pass. Then they're going to do an operation just to clean it up.
So you're Dr. Mayhem?
No, it's Dr. Mora.
No, you're ducking Mayhem right now. Is what you're trying to say?
I'm ducking Mayhem. I am ducking Mayhem, of course. I am.
But look, man.
Hey, it's my roundabout excuse to say, fuck that, I don't want that smoke.
Dude, by the way, you did a great job. You're my favorite commentator. But when you said give it up for Rory McDonald, you said give it up for whoever, and there was no crowd. That was hilarious.
No, I know. I had to get one in there. Do you know what I mean? I had to get one in there. I was like, come on, the people at home will get a kick out of this.
That was so funny, man. You do all these little like
make some noise.
Dude.
And then fucking Mick Main was there going, woo, woo. Oh, that was hilarious.
No, and sometimes, what were you saying, Preacher?
Well, I got a question. Who's like one of your favorite fighters that are like upcoming? That's my question.
Oh God. Right.
Yeah,
oh
man.
my God. You're putting me on the spot right now. There's so many. The thing is now there's so much talent on the UFC roster, and there is so many, but there's some real, I tell you who I like, Marlon Chito Vera. That guy's fucking awesome. He's fantastic. Trains down with Jason Perillo as well, so I'm a little biased there, but I like the guy, and what he's doing in the octagon is unbelievable. But I mean, that's one name that springs to mind, but there is a lot of really good talent coming out right now. I mean, the thing is, like, guys like me and Jason, we were doing this, in the early days. I remember when I first started doing this, like, me and my buddies sitting around, then my training partners trying to develop ways to escape triangles and things like that. These days, it's all there, right? If you can't, all you got to do is look on YouTube and you'll find a million ways to escape a triangle, or arm bars, or grappling techniques. And there's books and there's instructionals, but you don't even need the books and instructionals. It's all on YouTube, or these days on fucking Instagram. Do you know what I mean?
Look, I come from a time where it was like VHS tapes in somebody's garage. And they were like all bootleg and taped over a million times, Gracie in action type stuff. And it blows my mind. And I feel like we're going to have, in about like 10 years from now, we're going to have a real big explosion in the sport where guys are doing like way different techniques because everybody's transferring things on Instagram videos. Everybody's watching YouTube, where guys are just stay-at-home fighters that develop brand new stuff. It's really going to change the sport.
Yeah. Hey guys, listen, I hate to be rude, but I've got a million things on today. Even though I'm self-isolated and I'm quarantined, believe it or not, I've got people pulling at me left, right, and center. So I suck at like administration and clerical work, and I've got so much shit I need to do, and I promised them that today is the day. So I got to cut this short. Adam, you messaged me late last night, and I would never say no to you, Adam. I would never say no, because I got a lot of respect. Jason, nice talking to you after all this time. And Preacher, my man, for a guy that doesn't say anything, you're meant to be a fucking comedian, bro. Here's just next time you do a stand-up set, you gotta talk. You gotta say something.
I'm listening to you, man. I can't listen to you.
Give me a joke. Say something funny right now. Say something funny.
He was top 5 in America's Got Talent. He was number 5. America's Got Talent, number 5 in the world.
Well, make me laugh before I go. Make me laugh. Go.
I got you. You want to hear a joke? How do you keep an idiot in suspense?
Don't answer. Don't finish the line.
You can't punch me right there.
Right on, guys. Hey, keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. Hopefully, see you up at the Comedy Store sometime. On that note, I do apologize. I have got to run.
Thank you, Bisping.
See you guys. Take care. All the best.
All right, now.
Later, Jay. All the best, buddy. Good luck.
Likewise. God bless.
All right, so you got it. It's Bisping versus Mayhem. Chael Sonnen, submission on the ground. It's gonna happen.
Knee bars only. We're going knee bars only.
That was awesome. That's scary.
I knew you were gonna be so weird, Adam.
Was that weird? Was that weird?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I love you though. It's just so weird, Adam. Like nobody can hate you, but we all want to. We all really want to.
I was trying to be nice. I thought
you know who you are. You're like the autistic kid in class who wears a helmet so he doesn't punch himself in the face. And we, but you're really smart. So we just let you keep hanging out because, well, he's really smart.
What did I say that was weird?
Everything. That's all you do is be weird.
Preacher, was I too weird or not?
Bro, you're super weird, but that's you all the time. So it's like him saying you're being Adam. So it's
we love you. No, you don't misunderstand. We love you, but just accept the fact that you're fucking weird.
I think he knows that though.
I mean, coming from you, Mayhem, a guy who I don't know what type of the things that you told me that you do sexually, as far as with bondage and hedonism and fingers in your butts. So
hey, you know what? I've retired from all that. I'm like
thanks. My wife says sounds like fun. And like
I'm very vanilla these days. So tell your wife to back off.
Tell my wife to back off.
Tell your wife, yeah. The bondage gear is not what I'm into.
So what else we got going on? So there's still, by the way,
bro,
where's the weed sponsors
going on? There's nothing going on, bro.
Yeah, there's nothing going on, man. Everything is shut down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, there was a Muay Thai event in Thailand that like half the country who's infected is because people who went to that event.
Yeah, I read about that. The Lumpini Stadium debacle. And if you ever been to Thailand, not exactly the cleanest place in the first place. It really looks like, I don't know if people realize this, but like the future is already here, and it's like in Southeast Asia, and like Thailand is like kind of the gangster. I won't say ghetto part, but definitely a little rougher. And Singapore is like the New York type of Southeast Asia. It's like real clean, and they got everything on lockdown. But yeah, Thailand, I can imagine with the street food and with everybody like packed shoulder to shoulder, that everybody got that disease now.
How long were you?
Wait, what's the next fight card? When's the next fight card?
The next 4 are postponed. I think like San Diego in May, maybe, or June. I think it's just.
If it's in San Diego, I'm going.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go. Now, what were you in Thailand for, Jason?
Oh no, I did commentary for Full Metal Dojo. It's like a really great fight promotion. It's like a strange, like kind of small. It's like kind of a throwback. Like they had crazy ass fights. You know, it's like 2 Muay Thai guys who really didn't know how to wrestle and doing MMA, which was fucking awesome. You think that's like garbage, but nah, dude. It was awesome because like people were literally like doing like head and arm throws to each other. It was like back at UFC 1, essentially. One guy knows how to wrestle, the other guy knows how to kickbox only. Yeah, Full Metal Dojo was a fun one. I hope to get back out there, but with this quarantine thing happening, you know, the whole world's wrecked.
So we got Phil Baroni here, the legend Phil Baroni, one of the best ever. I mean, one of the original characters, the first heel in MMA, I would say, right? Were you the first heel? Phil, can you see us?
Oh, yeah.
What's up? So, Phil Baroni's here.
Oh, sexy bastard. Yo, hey, look, I just like to point out that he popped his pecs and set the alarm off. Nice.
I'm going to call my mom back.
Phil.
What's up?
Preacher. So he's totally naked right now on
Always.
Right. So Phil, you're in Albuquerque?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Now, last time we talked to you, you were in Thailand.
Yeah, I don't know how I got here.
Okay, so here's
that's crazy.
Okay, so okay, so Phil, you were living in Stockton for a while. Teaching pro wrestling, selling weed on a marijuana farm.
Yeah.
Right? Then you said, fuck it. I'm not going to Stockton. I'm going to Thailand.
Yeah.
Then you took pictures of you with like 15 Thai girls every night. Who are those girls? Talk to me about that.
I don't know. Women of the night.
Women of the night. All right.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of the comments saying some of them had dicks, but none of them had dicks, right?
Well, as long as their dick ain't bigger than mine, it's not gay. The way I come from.
Bro, listen, I'm a straight man. If it gets my dick hard, it's a woman.
So then you took a Thai fight, right? So you had a fight in Thailand, and you were winning.
Four fights.
The one that I saw, you were fucking this dude up.
Yeah, they brought him in. They brought him in to elbow me. I knocked out 3 dudes, and the 4th dude, they brought him in. He was little, but he's good at elbows. So
it looked like you outweighed him by 20-something pounds, but he hit you with a
No, I cut a lot of weight, man.
Okay, you had a fucking thing.
It was it was at 170, you know? What?
Your eye looked horrible. It was brutal.
It was open.
It was, and then you said you thought you were getting paid lots of money, like millions of dollars, but it was like $18 because you didn't do the exchange rate.
Yeah, I fucked up the exchange rate. I put one more zero in that bitch.
So you got paid $18.
So I bought the guys around the beer, and then I was fucking broke, so I just do it again. That's what kept happening.
Mayhem, I don't mean to laugh at this, but this is all right. So then you sent me an email saying, "Hey man, I think I'm under attack. It's very dangerous." And I go, "Are you okay?" And then next thing I know, you're in Albuquerque. The email deleted. I was worried about you.
Right now.
But then you posted a picture of you training at Greg Jackson's, and you said you tapped everyone in practice.
Well, that day I did, yeah.
That day. But there was like 50 guys there, though. I think.
Yeah.
I think even John Jones, he was in that picture as well.
Yeah.
So
Ex-Mayhem. I'm a black belt just for like 20 years now.
Pretty much. I mean, I don't know if it was accredited. Like, I don't know who gave it to you, but undoubtedly, Phil Baroni is black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Okay, now, so now you're in Albuquerque, and you still have the same dog. Does this dog travel?
No, I gotta get him. Still, he's in LA right now.
The dog's in LA with who?
With my friend.
Oh, okay, dog's with your friend. So you're living in Albuquerque. Who are you living with? What are you doing? Are you looking for a fight? You were supposed to do bare knuckle boxing as Bobby Gunn.
My hot black girlfriend, sit down next to me. Come here.
No.
Come on, sit next to me.
No.
That's right. Man knows my style.
Now your Instagram live, you're almost always naked with a bottle covering your dick. Like
who, me or Mayhem?
You.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you. And now, is that how you got this girl?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
That's how I'm keeping her. That's how I'm keeping her.
Hey, Phil, you know, you don't gotta like answer like we're doing a deposition here. Like everything is like I don't know. Right? Yeah,
I'm waiting for the punchline for you two motherfuckers.
Don't worry, with Adam, the punchline never comes.
Never comes, ever. So, but now you're always attacking my wrestling and Mayhem's wrestling. Whenever I post a thing of like Mayhem taught kids today, I get 10 people saying, great job, amazing, great to see Mayhem healthy. And then you write, you don't know how to fucking wrestle, you suck, right?
Yeah, Phil, why are you hating on her wrestling?
That's funny. It's funny. Just joking.
On my wedding.
What am I supposed to say? Good job. You way to give back. No, fuck that.
Dude, on my wedding day, I posted a picture of me and my wife, right? Everyone's like, beautiful, great job, love you. Heroes, you look soft, do steroids with fucking emoji, those emojis of like a needle. I'm like, thanks, dude. That's
classic Baroni.
Now, Baroni, I did hear a rumor, I forgot what fighter told me, that you once got popped for steroids because you had a fake penis.
No.
Is this true? Did you ever have a fake penis?
No.
Oh, okay. Because who was it? Caro said that?
What did you say?
No, that was me, dude. I fucking had like 6 of those things.
Yeah.
Different shades, bro. I just kept I kept selling those things, but I needed to keep one. I accidentally kept the John Jones one.
Now, where do you get the fake penises from?
You make them.
Okay. Now, do they have urine in them? Like, I don't understand where you get a fake penis to pee in a cup.
Yeah, bro. Were you pissed for me? I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So, anything you want. Now, you look good, Phil. You retired. You retired 6 months ago. Are you out of retirement?
Yeah, I'm out of retirement.
Okay.
I got a bare knuckle boxing fight coming up. Diego Alves in Miami.
Wow. When is this?
It's a good fight. It's a good fight. It's in 8 weeks, whatever that is. I just go by I count backwards, so I got about 8 weeks.
8 weeks. Now, how are you training for this?
My Jacksons, training with Winkle John.
Okay, bare knuckle. Now, according to you, you said you were 87-1 in street fights.
I've seen 4 of those, yeah, and they were all wins. I haven't seen his loss.
Where did you see his street fights?
Bro, in Long Island, bro. This guy was just bashing everybody. Fucking, I think he beat up a dude at Dunkin' Donuts.
Now, man, you said that you and Coleman and Baroni came to train with you guys, right?
Oh yeah.
And you kept getting them in a heel hook or something, right? Or a knee bar.
Let me before you butcher the story.
All right, go. All
right, and Phil,
before he tries to get you killed by Mark Coleman.
All right,
I know. But look, Coleman.
Mark Coleman's like 70 now, so I think you have a good shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this will be my only shot.
I have no shot. Go on.
Yeah. You have no shot.
Yeah, you're gonna get mauled. No, Phil. Okay, so Coleman was training for some fight, and so we started in kind of a leg lock position because he was fighting some guy who did leg locks. And the whole deal was that Coleman had to like escape the leg lock, right? But I was really, at the time, I was one of the best leg lock guys in the business. And Coleman was wearing shoes, and he refused to take off the shoes. He said, "No, I fight with my boots." And so Baroni is coaching him because, as we said, Baroni is black belt in jiu-jitsu for like 40 years now.
Right, of course.
I kept trying to leg lock. I kept getting Coleman in the leg lock, and he kept flipping out, getting so mad, right? And there was all,
God damn it, motherfucker, what the fuck? Son of a bitch.
And then, yeah, because Baroni yells, like, "No, turn away and jump." And and then Coleman gets in his face. They start screaming inches from each other's face, like, da, 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 da. And like, meanwhile, there's like a bunch of jiu-jitsu nerds in the gym shitting themselves.
Right.
Like, I think someone called the cops, and I was just standing there inches away laughing.
Right. Okay. So that's what happened. So okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Got it. I like that story. That's a hilarious story. Now, how did you end up in Albuquerque, though? For real, Phil, tell us how this happened.
Told you.
I mean, were you kidnapped?
Yeah, my girlfriend kidnapped me.
Yeah, he went on blackpeoplemeet.com and ended up in Albuquerque.
Yeah.
Now, last time I talked to you, you were really into marijuana. You were getting high. Have you stopped? No, but by the way, okay, so Baroni says, "Hey, come to my wrestling match," right? So I go to his wrestling match. I think I went to go see Bonner, and they wouldn't let him wrestle. They wouldn't let Phil wrestle, right? So he's like, "Hey, tell the promoter to let me that you came to see Phil." So I go. It's at midnight, downtown Vegas. So I'm like, "Hey, I came here to see Phil Baroni," and then I had everyone yelling Baroni, Baroni. It was like it was like 20 people there, but like 8 of us were yelling Baroni, right? So they let him wrestle, right? So he wrestles in some tag team. He's got some girl with him who's his manager. They start making out in the crowd. He's not even fucking wrestling. Like so then they finally tag him in. He goes, "Fuck you, motherfucker," and just start fucking like, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you," and just clocking everybody. But you had great throws. Holy shit, you were the best throws there. You were fucking launching people on their heads, man. That was so entertaining. It was so entertaining.
Thanks.
No problem. But the thing is, he won't
9 to 5.
But he
would 9 to 5 like your gig, right?
Yeah, but he refuses to lose. This is what he does, right? He agrees to wrestle.
I'm undefeated. That's why I don't get that many matches.
If they tell him you're gonna lose, he texts the person day of the match going, "I don't lose, NYBA, New York Badass," like, and then doesn't show up. But that's not good business. You can't do that if you want to get work. No?
Yeah, I'm not getting that much work. I know. I'll get the winner. I haven't been pro wrestling that much lately.
Yeah, because you keep knocking out the fucking pro wrestlers, Phil. God damn it, Phil. Who's managing you right now? I don't. Are you doing that self-management style?
You want to be my manager?
Deal. Yeah, I just signed you to Mayhem Management.
He does manage fighters, though, for real. He actually does manage fighters. He does.
Fuck. All right.
He had a call me. Dude, one of my favorite fights was the King of the Cage, Baroni. It was like a year ago. Some fucking huge guy comes in. He fucking knocks him out one punch. Like 8 seconds in. Everybody was there to see the other guy. Fucking
they brought me in to get beat. You know, they thought I was fucking totally shot. They were all cheering for the dude, and then, I'm not that shot yet.
And then he just starts flexing his fucking arms, making.
And I hated me. I didn't think I was gonna get out of there. The cops had to fucking get me out of there. Everyone was waiting. The whole town was there to kill me. You know, I read the guy's whole big.
They were throwing beers at him.
Ruins his moment. Ruins his moment.
Now, according to Tom Ryan, you didn't knock him out. So according to him, he went to Hofstra, and he boxed.
Did I bring you to Hofstra, Mayhem? Was I? When I brought you to New York, did we go wrestle at Hofstra?
Yeah, I believe so. It sounds familiar as fuck. What is that?
It's a really good college.
I remember I was going to wrestle in college once in a while. I think I brought you there.
I think
you were
staying with me. Yeah.
Yeah, he went there. Man went there.
So what were you guys doing in Long Island together?
training for a UFC fight. At a camp. Me, him, Jay Haran.
Wow.
Who else do we have? War Machine?
Nah, he wasn't around yet.
Who was it? We have one more guy.
So
Yeah,
you
we
look
did.
at the roster, right? So Tom Ryan comes in. He's like the best coach in the world. He straightens out the whole team, brings in Baroni. Haran brings in boxing gloves, right? And he, at the end of practice, he goes, "Who wants to box?" And the coach says, "I'll box you." So according to Baroni, he knocks out Tom Ryan, the coach, and then he gets cut from the team. But
What do you think happened?
Is that really what happened?
Well, the next year I was on Central Michigan University. We were ranked number 5 in the nation. You know, we were a lot better than I ended up there.
Wow, that's
A lot better than afterwards.
That's a crazy story. That is.
It's the truth. I cannot tell a lie.
I believe it. I believe it. I swear, you've never lied to me once. You've never
I've
lied.
never lied once in my life. I don't think.
You've never ever lied to me, ever.
Hey Phil, I got a question. How do you change up the training for the bare knuckle boxing? Like you just do 16s, or it's 16s pretty much.
This gym, one day they use 16s and one day they use the little gloves. So I just go with the flow here, you know.
You're not gonna get drunk for this one, right?
No, I'm gonna be sober.
All right. The last one.
I haven't had a drink since.
Wow, that's really good, man. He had a bare knuckle boxing, but he came in wasted, and then tried to shoot 3 double legs.
Yeah, well, life is short.
And then I said, "What did Coleman?"
I wasn't trying to shoot double legs, but good.
I said, "Well, I said."
No, I saw it. It wasn't literally a double leg.
If I was trying to shoot double legs, I would have threw him on his head.
Of course.
Okay.
And then I said, "I go, what did Coleman tell you?" He was like, "He's the one buying me the shots."
Hammer House.
You may be one of the funniest people in the history of fighting. One of the most entertaining, man.
Well, thank you.
Legit. Like, I mean,
funny losses, right? I look good, get my ass funny.
No. I don't remember the losses. I remember you fucking putting a 30-piece combo against Dave Monet. And that was one of the best fights I've ever seen. I mean, in the history of fighting, I don't think I've ever seen anybody punch somebody as fast and as hard as you did. That was pretty awesome.
Is that what we were training for, Mayhem? Is that what we were in New York that time?
Yeah, I believe so.
You guys all walked me out for that one. It was you.
Bro, it's a fucking amazing night.
You were in his corner for that?
The best ever.
You were in his corner for that?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like walked them out. It's like a good man. Phil Baroni's the best.
No,
the New York badass.
But Phil, when you fought Linlin and you said you were doing hookers and blow the whole week before in Vegas.
Atlantic City.
Atlantic City? Oh, those
Yeah.
It's even worse hookers.
You need to blow. That's why you need to blow.
Now, Jason, how come you didn't tell him maybe you shouldn't be doing hookers and blow for those fights?
Because he's just doing it with me.
I cannot tell a lie.
You were in Atlantic City with him for those fights?
Bro, listen, Atlantic City has the fucking worst ladies of the night. Let me tell you, that's like the level 1 scale of those kind of ladies. So I don't recommend. 1 star, would not recommend.
So you and Baroni were double teaming chicks in Atlantic City?
No, single team, get it straight, okay? But yeah. and no rugby passes, no handoffs, no Uncle Creepy jacking off in the hallway. That's not how we get down. All right, it's straight Hammer House.
Wow. No, were you a part of Hammer House, Jason?
Nah, I was a fringe member.
Those nights.
Yeah, those nights I was definitely a part of Team Hammer House.
Wait, you were a fringe member?
Yeah, I was a fringe. Yeah. I was more like Impact Wrench House, you know.
So it was like the Avengers would have like some people would show up once in a while. You're like, who the fuck's that? Oh, that's
I was the Hawkeye of Hammer House. Yeah. every once in a while, I would come in, shoot a bow and arrow at somebody.
Save the day.
Yeah.
Now, did you stay with Baroni in Long Island?
Yeah, I did. I like slept in his basement like a damn hobbit. It was fucking weird.
Was Baroni, was he living with his parents, or who was he living with?
Like,
No.
where did we do that training camp? At your parents' house, right?
My mother's house. Yeah, I was living in Vegas, and we went there for some reason.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what was Baroni's mom like?
Oh, she's great. She's very Phil Baroni-esque. We're very aggressive and funny and talkative for sure. She had charisma.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, I would book her at a pro wrestling show undoubtedly.
Oh,
I bet she would give good promos.
did she make good pasta? I was assuming.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that too. Yeah, but I also remember it being so cold for the training camp that we were running sprints outside and boogers were freezing to my face. It was fucking ridiculous.
Now,
Yeah, it was ice cream.
Baroni has
Yeah.
legendary gym power. Like people said, he doesn't know how to hold back. I can only imagine him back in those days training with him. Was it?
Oh yeah, I've seen him knock dudes out in the room on multiple occasions. Ridiculous. Yeah, I was like, damn, we're running out of training partners for Phil.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he knocked out Johnny Hendricks one time at Extreme Couture. They all came and like it was Team Takedown came one day, and Randy forgot to say. You ever hear that story, Mayhem?
Team Takedown.
So Team Takedown, Bader, Hendricks,
Yeah, I remember.
all those guys. Randy forgot to say, hey, by the way, I invited Team Takedown today to Extreme Couture. So these guys just show up, and they think their gym's being invaded. Like all
Like
this.
team laid out.
Yeah.
No, somebody told me I should take this guy out, and I took him out. I don't remember who told me. So somebody told me to take him out, and I took him out. That's
Wow. That's crazy. And then I saw a sparring of you and Chuck Liddell back in Chuck's prime. That was that was fucking crazy sparring sessions. You and Chuck.
Man was a part of those training sparring sessions too. We had some wars back in the day. You know, that's when we didn't know about head trauma so much.
Wow.
Yeah. It's weird that like became like a thing. Like we would just
Yeah, it was to be trying to knock the motherfucker out and get up. If you didn't fucking keep fighting, you're a bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now it's concussion protocol. I know.
Put ice on your head for 6 weeks. Back then, you're a bitch. Get up.
Yeah. Look. There's Maymay. Look, there's Maymay and Phil.
I mean, I think it's fucking total fucking bullshit. All this stuff with this head trauma shit. I'm totally fine. Look at Mayhem. We're doing great.
Bro, I am not totally fine, bro. Fucking dumb as an onion now, bro.
You're doing great.
Phil, you're totally fine compared.
You got all your teeth.
Phil,
That's true. That's true.
Well, I gotta say, Phil, you always get hot chicks, though. You always get hot chicks. I can only imagine back in the day when you were fighting Matt Lindland and he made that video about you. You ever see that video where he's like wearing jean shorts in his modeling days and showing his bare ass and his cock's hanging out and like that probably helped you though, right? I'm sure women loved you back then.
Yeah, it helped me. It helped me. I don't regret that.
Awesome. Oh, my goodness. Wait, so you're fighting in 8 weeks. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because the whole world is shut down, Phil.
And it will shut down for only 2 weeks. Bro, I swear to God, what is this shit called? SARS? What is this, baby?
COVID.
Corona. Come here, sit down. Hey, sit down. Hey, listen to this. Listen, I had a fight with her. Listen, she booked me a flight home from Thailand. So I had like a 24-hour layover in China. So whatever, I was bringing some stuff back I shouldn't have been from Thailand. Anyway, so every fucking 10, 20 minutes, some fucking Chinese security, whatever the fuck they were, would come up to me, be looking at me, fuck with me. So I was like, God damn it, I'm texting like, why the fuck did you leave me this fucking 20-hour layover? I'm gonna get fucking pinched and end up one of these fucking Chinese fucking prisons. I'm never gonna get out. But they were really looking for the fucking all these motherfuckers with the SARS. What is it? Corona. They're looking for all these fucking so they kept testing me and they were like, where you going? And when I said America, every time they were like, okay, you know. They wanted me to go back. They wanted me to have SARS. So when I got here, I was sick for how long was I sick?
You were sick for like 2 weeks.
I was sick. I fucking had SARS. I had Corona. Didn't I? I definitely fucking.
No, that was in December.
I definitely had corona. And yeah, they didn't know. Nobody knew about it. I was the first motherfucker. They sent me back.
You were patient.
They put a thermometer in my mouth and everything at the airport.
Really?
He's an outbreak
They
monkey.
would just put it in everyone's mouth. In China, they don't give a fuck. Put in your mouth, step. Thermometers in people's mouths. And then they saw my passport and they're like, I'm from America. They will push me on the plane.
Why are you always getting thrown off airplanes? Remember you fought in tag team wrestling in Japan with Dave? What's his name?
Oh, I was fucking McCulley.
Justin McCulley. Did you hear about that?
I was wasted on the plane.
Wait, what?
They would have let me fly back. I was too wasted. I wouldn't get off. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm not getting off. I was hammered. I just got done pro wrestling. I'd never seen that. Japanese guys are small. They're the most giant motherfucking Japanese cops ever at the airport to get me off this fucking plane. They were big as fuck. I didn't want to pull a Bonner. I just went, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't understand. I just left.
But didn't you get out? But they told you it was fake wrestling. It was real, right?
Yeah. They were real hard in Japan. I never got brought back there because I won. I didn't lose. I was supposed to lose. But the guy was going extra hard. He had me in the camel clutch. He was really trying to break my back, and I was screaming, McCulley! He wouldn't fucking help me, you know? And he was listening to the rules. I was screaming, and he finally said it. I almost broke my back. They go hard over it. You should be my new tag team partner, Mayhem. You ever
I think I will be, since we'll never fucking
awesome.
lose.
Yeah, it's just like way better than this fighting shit. If we did this gimmick the whole time, we would have had way more fun and be super rich right now. We're stupid doing fight shit.
All right, we'll have a conversation. I'll manage you for MMA, and then we'll fucking talk about pro wrestling.
I'll train you pro wrestling. There's a gym out here, and come out to Albuquerque.
Now, how come your Facebook always says you're at like Las Vegas Hunks? Is that a male strip club or something? What is that?
I used to work there. I gotta get that off.
Oh yeah, because it always says you're there.
Is there something there?
Yeah, it always says that you're at the Las Vegas Hunks.
I don't know. I want to work.
Yeah. Oh, we'll go to the bounce house. We'll go there in a second. We'll go there in a second.
How good a shape I am.
Oh my God.
Jeez, bro. Send me some of those supplements. Good Lord.
Picograms, baby. Picograms.
Man, you're taking macrograms, it looks like. Them kids is fucking off the chain, Phil. You know, thick as a dick.
No, really. It's just the high altitude here in Albuquerque.
Yeah, and you're being
That's what it is. Bro, it's high in Denver here. This is where I should have been. Yeah, it's high altitude.
With John Jones at all?
Yeah, when he was getting ready, he was at the gym.
What was that like?
When he was getting what do you mean?
Like you and him training together? Was it like?
No, we never locked up. He was getting ready for a fight.
Oh, okay, got it.
I didn't want to hurt. Nobody wanted me to hurt him.
Of course. Now, what was it like being the only white guy on a Jamaican male dancing strip team?
Well, it's great. It's great.
Wait, what? You're a Jamaican male strip team? Phil, you really got your fingers in a lot of pies.
That was before I met you.
Oh, okay.
I gotta tell you about that gimmick. That's a moneymaker. When all else fails, me and you go into fucking Bermuda or Mexico. Bermuda, I think, is good right now. Or Jamaica.
Oh, jeez. All right, I'm into it. I guess.
Trust me. Tell them what it is.
Yeah, what are you talking about, Adam?
Get a bottle. Okay, go. Talk.
Bro, Phil, he's straight up doing
got a baby and shit.
He's got a baby straight up on the show.
Yeah.
And then he's got this little dog, this little rat dog. It bit me in the fucking face three times. Okay. The dog has bit everybody he knows, and the dog bit the baby. So he's like chasing this baby around so that the baby doesn't get bit by the dog. It's a whole thing with Adam. It's a chihuahua.
It's gotta go.
I know. I said drop kick that thing into the damn lake, but he won't do it. Yeah.
Throw him over the border.
That's what I'm saying. But he just won't do it, man. He just won't do it. Bro, how long have you been in Albuquerque?
Animals, which is why I'm friends with you guys.
How long have I been here?
So, okay, so
you got here since Christmas.
Now,
okay.
Now, so Mayhem. So Phil also was a personal trainer, and he was afraid that the girls wouldn't buy more sessions, so he would sleep with the girls, correct?
Yes.
And then the husbands would pay him to sleep with their wives.
Yeah. I mean, he's like slinging that good stuff.
Indirectly.
What do you mean indirectly?
Indirectly. Personal training.
Oh, so that was part of the training?
No, they didn't know about that part of the training.
Oh.
They're like, oh, she comes home. She's so fucking happy after training with you. She's in such a good mood. Keep going. Yeah.
Secret cardio. I get it. Yeah. It's a tale as old as time.
But then you said you would pay them not to shave after a while because that was what you were into? You would give them discounts if they wouldn't shave?
Me?
Yeah. No, the other fucking person I'm talking to.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, it could be me.
It could be you. Yeah.
I might be into furry bushes. You never asked me about my proclivities.
Are you into furry bushes?
I think I'm starting to get into them right now, yeah. I never really put it together, but yeah, that's a brilliant idea.
Like during this podcast, you started to get into them?
Yeah, I just decided, you know what? My new fetish is Corona masks and hairy bushes. Because I think that's what really is the future for me.
Now, Phil, have you ever actually, it seems like you, even like when you talk shit, blah, 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 you end up liking your opponents. Was there anybody that you actually really hated? Like you and Frank Shamrock, did you guys ever make up?
I don't like him that much. That's the only one.
That's the only guy?
He's a douchebag.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
He just is a douchebag. I get it.
Are you friends with Frank Mayhem?
No. I mean, I don't even know the guy really, so I can't say anything good or bad. I mean, he does seem kind of douchey. Does he still have braces?
No. That was after my fight, yeah.
All right, so I think that takes his douche rating down a little bit for sure. But I don't know. I don't know. He just seems like an all right guy, but not exactly the type that
want to hang out with.
Savage. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Now, a dream fight that I always wish happened, never happened, was Randleman versus Tito Ortiz. You train with both of them. Both of you guys train with both of those guys, right? Who would have won that fight?
It depends on when it happened.
Yeah.
Prime.
I think the Primo Randleman versus Primo Tito. I don't know.
In pride or in the ring or in the cage. It's a completely, it depends where, when.
Yeah.
It's a good fight.
Ring and cage are very different. Like people don't realize that. Like fighting in the ring where you couldn't do elbows, and the ring brought a different type of takedown too.
You have to stand in the ring. You know what I mean? And take open shots. There's no cage to push guys against to pull their legs off. So there was a lot more knockouts actually in the ring. It was a lot less wrestling. You can't hold guys. There's no wall and stalling. They always break on the ropes.
So in a cage, you think Kevin wins or Tito wins?
Tito's best chance would be in the cage, and Kev's best. Yeah, just say that.
Yeah,
that's a good. Kev wins in pride. I think Kev wins. I think he's a better athlete, better wrestler, bigger, stronger, and faster.
What was he like as a training partner for you?
Animal. Never hurt you too, though. Never hurt you. Animal, big, strong. Physical, but he won't hurt you. Safe, good, great training partner.
Super gentle.
Livens up the room. Always, breaks the tensions. There's always a little bit of tension when different guys get together. There was no tension when you train with him or when he was in the room with everybody.
Wow, that's cool. That's really cool to hear. Who was the worst training partner you ever had?
Mayhem.
Checks out.
Now, Phil, I heard one time you were commenting on a War Machine fight in the Midwest, and you didn't know that you were still mic'd. and you went into the bathroom and you said, I think this ring girl wants to fuck me. And you heard it over the telecast. Then when you were interviewing people, you were saying, I was rooting for you, which is not what you're supposed to say as a commentator. Did this happen, or is this all like someone made this up?
Gazy?
Yeah.
There's probably some truth to it. It's probably some truth to it. I'm taking many shits and pisses when I'm supposed to be commentating, so it could have happened.
Someone, you got to get me that footage. That's got to be the best footage. If you have that footage, or if you could find it, please. Have you spoken to War Machine?
Letter?
Yeah. He got married.
Yeah, I know.
How is it you guys are still single and this guy's fucking married in prison?
We got options.
Prison. That's why he's married.
Yeah.
How many girls wanted to marry you when you were in jail?
Multiple, like maybe 4. I don't know why. I was like, what are you guys doing? Yeah, you guys are really scraping the bottom of the barrel. I felt pretty bad when I was locked up.
Wow, that's crazy. So there are women that like that's like their fetish, just to marry.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you can't go nowhere. So they know exactly where you are.
Wow, that's crazy. So Baroni, are you training at all during this?
Yeah.
How?
I mean, no.
No.
Look at it. What do you think?
I think you look great. I do worry sometimes about how natural you are, based on you telling me to do steroids all the time, and then like, no.
I've never done steroids. I tell you to do steroids all the time.
You've never done steroids?
What do I say? If I was you, I'd be on steroids. I
gotta say, we went to a pool one time in Vegas, a topless pool. Me and Baroni, and I don't look like I'm not in shape. I'm not in the worst shape. I'm in 41-year-old good shape for a 41-year-old guy who's not a fighter. And Phil looked like a fucking Greek god, you know. And more people were looking at him than the topless chicks. So I gotta say, it was pretty impressive. I mean,
they were probably looking at you too because you were wearing a shirt at a topless pool.
It was before and after. Look like before and after. It was a fucking steroid.
Yeah. He's the only guy.
Yeah. So anyway, Jason, fucking last time you talked to Phil, you were in jail, man. You're a free man. How fucking good.
I know.
Congratulations.
Man.
Congratulations.
Thanks, bud.
Much better. You sound better. You sound so good.
I do. I feel a lot better.
Did you ever get arrested, Phil?
You should. Hey, I never even thought about it, dude. So I need a tag team partner. You would be good at it, and you're already super famous, bro. So I think it's a no-brainer. You go right to WWE.
Seriously.
I'll show you how to do it quick. No, serious, man. It'd be easy.
Well, damn, I guess
it's super famous.
The post-coronavirus, I guess, a pro wrestling training camp.
You hook back up with Ronda Rousey.
Have you thought about it? Oh, wait, what?
No, nothing.
Oh, wow. Have you, Jason,
it's a small world, just say that.
Have you ever thought about going pro wrestling, Jason?
Oh, yeah. I had thought about it for sure, yeah. But, I mean, I never had a buddy like Phil Baroni ask me to do it, and now I'm like kind of.
You need a good tag team partner. You need someone you got to travel around and go everywhere and fly. You need someone that you can travel with. You know what I mean?
Oh God, you two would.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It would go crazy.
A couple of madmen. Yeah.
It'll be called Triggered.
Triggered. Shut the fuck up, Snowflake.
that could be your fucking thing. That could be your catchphrase.
Oh,
by the way, I didn't realize that guy that you were tag team partners with that day was a huge wrestler. I guess he was one of the Hart brothers or something, or
yeah.
What was his name?
Ted Hart.
Teddy Hart, right?
One of the Harts.
But like
Bret Hart, yeah.
He's like a legend in like indie wrestling. They said he was, he was all about you, man. They all liked you. You could tell they all liked you.
Thanks.
Now, what happened to that black woman that was your manager at the time?
That's what I'm with now.
Oh, that's the woman. Oh, she's hot. Dude, he fucking makes out with her the whole time. Doesn't even wrestle. This guy's getting out of him. He's getting lap dances in the crowd. He's giving her a lap dance, and his fucking opponents are getting the shit beaten out of him. That's his gimmick.
That was the gimmick.
Oh my God! You guys should have kids. You guys would have fucking good-looking kids.
Probably.
I don't know if but you know that Baroni in college went to college to be a social worker. No, a guidance counselor, a school guidance counselor.
Yeah, I know. Why do you think he was always hanging out with me when I was real young?
Can you imagine him as a guidance
guiding
counselor?
me.
Hey, Phil, I'm not feeling like I'm getting picked on. Do fucking steroids, you pussy. Here you
fucking push-ups.
No, yeah, he's still a guidance counselor. He's guiding you to do some juice.
Trying to help you, bro. That's all you need.
That's all I need. That's all I need.
No, hey, no, but meanwhile, okay, Phil, this guy is over here doing testosterone replacement therapy. He's got like a pellet in his ass.
Oh, that's steroids. That's steroids.
I know, that's steroids. So he took your advice. He took your advice.
Dude, I started taking TRT. Mayhem says
the same thing. It's TRT in your blood already. It's one big TRT shot.
Mayhem says to me, get me a meeting with the guy. I get him a meeting. They tell him the price. He fucking hops out the window and fucking goes down and runs away from the place. Like,
yeah, this guy's trying to sell me testosterone at like 10,000% markup.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here with this Hollywood bullshit.
Yeah, he's like,
I know a guy. I know a guy who's in Albuquerque get him $50. I don't know.
Are you that guy?
That was the subtext, you dumb shit.
Excuse me?
Just be quiet. Just be quiet, Adam.
Okay.
God bless.
Got it. Damn, Phil Baroni, man, the legend. And don't worry about your losses, dude. You got in there, bro. You fucking fought everybody. Who gives a fuck? It's not about, look, you got to the highest level. All right? To me, you're a legend. So
I think to everybody, pretty much. I don't think it's just to you, Adam.
I know, but he sometimes gets hard on stuff. One time I hung out with him. He came to my show. It was him, his ex-wife, right, who's like straight out of like Jersey Shore, you know, like brunette, like thick accent. It was
from Texas.
What's his name came? It was Tommy Gunn, the male porn star, Tommy Gunn, who is exactly like him, but a male porn star. Like Italian, works on fucking cars, like fucking ripped. And then his girlfriend, who looks just like Paige Van Zandt, another porn star, right? It was like
Kat Dior.
I forgot the girl's name.
Kat Dior. Kat.
No, it wasn't her. It was she's super hot. I forgot the girl's name. Jessa Rhodes, right? And we're all out. And then I'm dating a former playmate. So we all go out for dinner. And him and Tommy Gunn, it's like seeing Bizarro Phil. It turns out they went to the same high school. they're like 2 years apart.
That was like, which path you gonna go down? You know, there's one way in the road. Porn movies or fuck cage fighting, you know?
Yeah. It's fucking crazy. Well, listen, Phil, stay safe. Stay quarantined, okay?
Yeah.
Say hi to your beautiful girlfriend.
Okay. Say hi, baby.
Hi.
Hi, thanks. Anything you want to say? Goodbye to Phil Mayhem? Anything?
Hey, Phil, I'm going to grab your number, bro.
Pro wrestling, for sure, dude. There's a gym out here. There's a school with shows out here.
By the way,
Vegas. We'll just go to Vegas.
By the way, AJ Agazarm, so he did Chael submission underground.
I whooped him like a bitch, didn't I?
Yeah, he fucking beat AJ like off the couch. They went into overtime, and then it was like so.
Yeah, when I was beating him like 20-0. I took him down like 10 times.
If it was a wrestling match, he definitely would have won, and a jiu-jitsu match, he would have won points. But then at the end, right? You like start in like an arm bar, and he goes, "Dude, I've never done an arm bar in my life," right? Which is kind of fucking weird. That.
Yeah. Why do I have to start an arm bar? Yeah.
But how are you a black belt, never done an arm bar in your life?
What?
How are you a black belt, never did an arm bar in your life?
In a fight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. But then at the end, he grabs the mic. He goes, look at this guy and look at me. Who's the real winner here? And everybody went crazy for him.
Nice. Yeah, that's a Phil Baroni, all right.
Yo, I'll be your manager of like your tag team.
You can be our pro wrestling manager.
Oh, that would be
well, I'm not making out with Adam.
I could definitely get us booked in Vegas. That would be fucking hilarious. Fucking funny. It's easy, man. It's fucking easy. Dude, they make them believe it's hard, but it's fucking easy. You know what I mean? They tell you it's hard, so you have to like join the school and go there forever. It's fucking retarded. It's like jiu-jitsu. You can learn, you know what I mean? It's like you start as a white belt, but it's fucking easy. I'll teach you in a week.
All right.
All right, well, take care.
I really like what this quarantine is doing to us. It's getting us weirder.
All right, take care, Phil. I'll talk to you soon.
See you later, man.
Yeah.
See you, bro.
All right. That was Phil Baroni. How funny is that guy, man? Oh, he's still on here.
Oh.
I'm trying to leave. I'm out of here. Bye.
See you, bud. Oh, man. That's great. Yeah. Fucking weird. This has been the weirdest show. I can't believe that we're going to put this out on the ones and twos. It's just a weird-ass day. I mean, I haven't even left my couch. I haven't left my couch in a week, bro. So.
What do you think we should? Think we should do this more often, like every day this week?
I mean, I don't think there's any other choice, really.
All right.
Like,
I don't
like let's exhaust. No, let's just exhaust the entire catalog of every guest that we could have, right? Maybe take the show down to an hour. 2 hours, and then we can chop up stuff. But yeah, I think maybe we need to do this. Like, I think that, man, this is weird. Yeah, the quarantine. Yeah, the quarantine has pushed us into a new creative space where you know, we're on this next level shit now.
But it's fun. Are you having fun?
Oh yeah, you?
I think this is the most fun I had in weeks.
Yeah.
And I love talking to fighters with you guys, obviously with you, and you have history. I didn't realize you stayed with Baroni in Long Island. Oh man, I would have loved to have footage of that.
Listen, that was a weird ass time for sure, man. Like, it was bizarre. Yeah, and Phil did fucking beat up some dudes in the street a few times. Like, and it was like.
Why? But why were you guys in the street?
Because fuck them. I don't know. What do you mean?
Were you guys
we're on like the.
You guys in college bars or something, or?
No, we weren't going out. We were just like in training camp, but there's just some unchecked aggression going on in our training camp where everything was hype. And yeah, Phil would just pop off on dudes when he was younger.
You're going up to random guys in the street and beating them up, or somebody
in Dunkin' fucking Donuts, bro. Take the guy and hockey fight, pull his damn shirt over his head.
Okay, so Phil. Okay, so you and Phil.
Listen, you're not gonna try to make me explain how it happened, okay? Because I didn't know it was happening until my coffee almost got spilled, okay? So I just walked in and it was already over with. Phil had already beat the guy's ass.
All right,
so,
but here's how I envision this is happening. All right, Phil's wearing a starter jacket. It's like the 90s. You guys are at Dunkin' Donuts. He's out of college. He's a fucking college wrestler, beast of a man. You're kind of a California or a kid, sort of. Back then you were probably coming up from North Carolina, crazy military fucking psycho, with crazy jiu-jitsu, and you're at Dunkin' Donuts, and he's sitting there like fucking A, and some guy's like, and he goes, "What are you looking at?" And he goes, "Fuck you."
No, that's the thing is that I didn't see. I like how you're envisioning this because it's probably accurate. But I just walked in to get my coffee, and then it was already over with. The guy was on the floor.
Fuck you. Phil pulls the guy's shirt over and starts pounding him.
Yeah.
On Fry style.
And I grabbed Phil, like, "Yo, bro, that's enough." And then we grabbed our fucking coolers and got out of it.
And Phil was like laughing, like, let's get out of here, man.
Well, he was still pissed, so it was no laughing yet. Yeah. He was still mad. I guess this guy stepped on his foot or something. I don't know. Whatever, bro. I like that thought experiment that you did. And I feel like this is one of the better shows that we've ever done.
Yeah.
Especially since I don't have to be in the same room as you. So, yeah. So, it's win-win.
Well, listen, thank you, Mayhem. I'll see you tomorrow. Same time?
All right. Same bat time, same bat channel.